Genetics is a biological subject. To define genetics, two words are important: heredity and variation. Heredity means passage of characters from parents to offspring. Characters in the biological sense, you say the height, weight, skin color, not only the visible characters, even inside the body, at different parts of different organs of the body, enzymes, hormones, not only in human being, in any animal, plant, even the microorganisms, all those. The parts of the body and their appearance may be called the characters, and their expressive nature may be the character. So how these characters are transmitted is called heredity, from parents to offspring. Offspring means children. Now in a generalized way you can call it as generation to next generation. Generation, if you mean it like parents, next generation is offspring, the children. Or even the genetics not confined to one parent and the children set. Even you can continue to any extent before the parents, as grandparents, great grandparents. In the same way, children, grandchildren, great grandchildren. So, ascending as well as descending. To what extent you can study, to what extent you have the evidence. The characters can be studied by the way of family tree, or even in modern science, it's possible to see in terms of DNA, gene, to that extent. So accordingly, how the characters are transmitted from parents to offspring is called a heredity. Even literally you can say the property of the parent is transferred to the children. That may be called a heredity, inheritance, that way. And the same thing under biological science, we mean it as the characters of the parents to offspring. And also you may be knowing chromosome, which are the hereditary vehicle that carries in the form of gene, in the form of DNA, that we can see in detail separately. Anyway, you say the chromosome, DNA, gene are the same structures, which are carrying the characters from parents to offspring. And if you compare the nature of expression of the character between the parents and offspring, it may not be identical. Now you mean it like height. The height of the father may not be identically expressed in the son or among the children. The height of the mother or weight of the mother or the intensity of color of the parents may not be in the identical form available with the children. So there may be some change in the expression of the character between the parents and the offspring, what is said to be variation. That also need to be studied. Merely we say the character is transmitted, it may not be scientific. So to make it scientific, analytical, only if you see to what extent there the change occurs, why the change occurs, what the problem occurs with the transmission. Is there change at the level of gene, or at the parts of gene, or at the parts of chromosome? All those to be studied. So by expression, the visible appearance of the character, you can find the variation has occurred. But to what extent there the variation, or what would be the cause for such variation, all those to be studied. Then only it may become scientific. So accordingly, the genetics includes these two subtitles, the major subtitles, heredity and variation. So the transmission of character to be studied, as well as to what extent there the change occurs with the transmission of the character, expression of the character, degree of expression of the character among the individuals of the generation. What is in total called genetics. Now, if you go through the books of genetics, you can find the usage of these words, character, trait, at different places. There are difference between these two terminologies. Character, that is an overall appearance of an part of the body or organ of the body, or you say the enzyme or the hormone. Simply you can mean it as character. If you say the height, the appearance of the body of an individual or even a plant. What do you mean by the word character? But in terms of your population, among the individuals of the population, you cannot see all the individuals with the same height or weight, or in the intensity of color may not be similar. So that the difference in the expression of the character among the individuals of your population is said to be trait. Here you see the height, tall, short. Superficially, simply you say the individuals of the population with the tall and short forms. Even to go still deeper, you can differentiate height into different variants, as 6 feet height, 5 feet, 5.5, 4.5, 4.8, 4.6, that way. So a height, one character may be differentiated into many variants of the height, 5, 5.1, 5.2, even to the level of millimeter. It's possible to differentiate the individual of one character height, and such variants are said to be trait. Now you say eye color in Drosophila, red eye color, white eye color. To that extent, if you stop your observation, you can mean it as two variants. So eye color, one character with the two traits, that is two variants. Now if you say height, definitely it is a quantitative trait. That means having more variants, accordingly more than two variants. And all are the traits of one character, height. Simply and the same way, weight. So the variance of one character said to be trait, and a simple appearance of the character is of the body part or the body organ called a character. Now even if you go further into the studies of genetics, you can find an important terminology, phenotype. So phenotype is equivalent to trait. Even you may be studying under Mendel's law, that is seed, round shaped seed, wrinkled shaped seed. So shape is one character having two traits. Now if you count number of round shaped seed, number of wrinkled shaped seed, there come two variants of seed shape. So accordingly, even you might have come across the ratio 3:1. What it means? The ratio of trait of the character seed shape, that is round shape and wrinkled shape. Phenotypic ratio, that is ratio of the traits of a character. So phenotype may be considered equivalent to the trait, that is number of variants.